I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script every scene. This from last year, but they clean. Say to say, I'ma take something else, but it's winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
What's good, it's Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video. I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. I am back at it again with the brand new video way sooner than I ever expected. You all know, and probably have already seen the video I put up talking about the Panthers cutting Cam Newton, which is crazy to me. How do you cut a healthy by the way, record holder in just about every single quarterback stat for the Panthers? But this video right here is about a tweet that came up while I was actually recording that video. I got done, moved the files and whatnot, checked Twitter real quick, and I see this from Adam Schefter. He says former Jets wide receiver Robby Anderson is signing a 2-year, $20 million deal, including $12 million in year one with the Carolina Panthers per source. Now hold up. There were a lot of talk. We were all thinking the Panthers might be going ahead and rebuilding for the next couple years. I mean, everyone said it. David Tepper kept saying, look, you may have to tear things down to build things back up. Don't get your hopes up for instant gratification in year one in this changing period of time, moving coaches and whatnot. We saw when Rev Rule was named coach. In his very first presser, he said, look, I want to talk about the process. Everything's all about the process. We want to go ahead and build something first and then start talking about winning and whatnot, which does make sense. Joe Brady, when he was signed, he said he's a process-oriented guy. He said you want to go ahead and build the culture. You want to put the pieces in place before you start talking about winning and results-based things. If you do things the right way, if you do the process right, you'll make it to your goal. And the way I think just about every other Panthers fan interpreted that was them saying, look, we gonna suck for 2-3 years, but we gonna get there probably around year 3, year 4. You're gonna see the master plan. There's a picture. You gotta paint it first, you feel me? You gotta paint it first. And sometimes you gotta get the background down, let that dry, get the shading and whatnot. And building a team and a culture is an art, so you may not see the full picture while it's being done. But once it is finished and you step back and look at it, you might see something beautiful. But with this move right here, and some of these other moves we've been making over the past couple of days, it's got me thinking the team is maybe trying to either 1, start winning immediately, or 2, have an exciting offense while the team is still rebuilding. You can call it a rebuild, a retool, a restock, whatever you want to say. They all mean the same thing. Those are all literally the same thing. The only thing that makes a difference in it is how quickly you start winning. You can say you're retooling, but if you don't start winning for 5-6 years, it's a rebuild. You can say you're rebuilding, but if you start winning in 2 years, 3 years, it's a retool, restock. They're all literally the same exact thing. Their only difference is the results that comes after it. That's how I feel about it. And Robby Anderson is, I think, the perfect guy. I think he's a guy that we were talking about trying to pick up or trade for this season. Robby Anderson is a 6'3" speedster. Now, he's been called a one-trick pony sometimes, saying he only has deep routes. He can only really beat you deep. He has the speed, but he really isn't really a route runner. He's not a real route technician who can catch you on things. He has the streak, he has the comeback, and he has that deep out where he can fake inside to the post, then he goes out. I've seen him shake dudes on that continuously. But Robby Anderson in this offense has the potential to be extremely impressive, especially when you consider we got Joe Brady. Now, this offense looks pretty good. I mean, look, you got Teddy Bridgewater, and no matter how you think about Teddy Bridgewater, he's not a bad quarterback. You may think of him as the best game manager, but not putting the ball in harm's way is something that we've seen can be very, very valuable. We've seen the ball get put in harm's way from time to time over the past couple of years. So being safe with the ball is all right with me. You got Teddy B. You got Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in the game. You have on the outside DJ Moore, one of the better receivers in the game. Curtis Samuel, a highly criminally slept on receiver in the game. Then you have Robby Anderson, which backs up the safeties because you have to respect his speed. You have to respect him going from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat, and he will be behind your secondary quick. And that opens up the defense for those underneath routes to Curtis or DJ, those posts, those hitches and whatnot. It opens up the defense for a lot of other things. And then at tight end, you still have Ian Thomas. Chris Manners can block. But this does not actually preclude the team maybe picking up another receiving tight end threat in the draft. At this point, I think I've been very outspoken about not wanting Thaddeus Moss, but seeing what this offense is, if Thaddeus Moss is available in the 4th round, you might have to pick him up. Imagine Thaddeus Moss and Ian Thomas with these weapons on offense in a Joe Brady system. This offense could maybe score 35 points a game. Now, you may have to go only defense for the rest of the draft, because the defense is, look, it's looking kind of scary right now. I ain't going to hold you. The secondary does not inspire me in the least. Love that Trey Turner's back, but Dante, you know how I feel about Dante at this point. You know how I feel about Dante at this point. James Bradbury's gone. No-name strong safety replaced Eric Reed. So we understand what the secondary is. Run stopping is going to be a problem still. The linebacker core is not exactly there yet. I'm going to say a name here that I haven't said a lot or at all. Jordan Kunashek, will he step up? Could he be a guy out there who can cover and stop the run? We may be able to see. But, you know, what we do in the draft on defense may be the biggest selling point for this Panthers team, because it looks like David Tepper's saying, look, I know I got rid of a lot of guys who used to be the big name, the guys who sold tickets. Luke Kuechly, Greg Olsen, Cam Newton, although Tepper didn't really get rid of Luke. But the point is, those guys are gone. It looks to me like he and Marty Hurney are trying to say, look, there is still a reason to come to these Panthers games, spend your money on tickets and concessions, and they'll get you on them concessions now, and come and watch the team play. Because look, a week ago and now the team looked very different. I'm actually very impressed with this move right here. Now, it does still kind of confuse me as to whether the team is, what's the actual plan here? Are we trying to win only 6 games? Do we believe we can win 10 games this season? There's a lot of competition in the division now with Brady here on the Bucks. You have still Matt Ryan and you still have Drew Brees. The NFC is pretty tough. We're going against the AFC West, which is a really tough division as well. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now. The offense is looking elite though. We might be a highlight factory. We might score 30, 40 points a game. The defense might give up 42, but I still believe this is a team that can sell tickets. So I guess I can see the plan here. And if you look at his stats, you can see for the past 3 years, he almost hit 1,000 yards his second year in the league and almost hit 800 yards the past 2 seasons in the league. So I'm actually really impressed with everything I'm seeing. And his yards per reception have always been about 15. That is what you want to see. So we'll see how it actually works out with Joe Brady, new regime, Teddy Bridgewater, the O-line. How will this offense look? I'm thinking probably pretty good. Let's see how the defense looks later on, and we can talk about wins and losses. But for right now, so I got for you, what are your thoughts on Robby Anderson picking him up? What are your thoughts on him and Teddy Bridgewater? How the offense is going to work? Do we get a second tight end now? I don't know. I might do a mock draft very soon, and I might pick up a tight end. Because this offense could be explosive. Depends on what we can get out of Teddy Bridgewater and the O-line. Defense is another issue. We'll get there when we get there. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.